Most people live with a head full of noise. Noise of doubts. Noise of worries. Noise of the past. Noise of the future. But here's a truth I want you to hold on to right now. If you want peace, if you want success, if you want growth, you must learn to empty your mind. Yes, you heard that right. Empty your mind. Welcome, my friends, to this powerful session where you will not only discover the secret of emptying your mind for a better life, but also learn English through motivation. So while you grow in wisdom, you will also grow in language. So stay with me till the end, because this lesson will not just improve your English. It will improve your life. If you've ever felt your mind is too heavy, too full, too restless, type yes in the comments right now. Because today we are going to change that together. The noise inside our heads. Let's begin with something simple. Have you noticed how your mind never stops? It is always talking, always running, always worrying. When you try to sleep, your mind says, "What about tomorrow? What about that mistake? What about what they said?" When you try to focus, your mind says, "Check your phone. Think about the past. Worry about the future." This constant chatter is what makes life so heavy. And that is why the ancient masters, the great thinkers, and even modern science agree. If you want to live with clarity, you must learn to empty your mind. English lesson tip 1, word focus, clarity. Clarity means clearness, or being easy to understand. Example, I need clarity in my goals. Motivational use. When your mind is full of noise, you lose clarity. Try repeating after me. Clarity comes when I empty my mind. The story of the overflowing cup. Let me share with you a famous story from Zen philosophy. Once, a student went to a wise master and said, "Master, please teach me your wisdom." The master smiled and poured tea into the student's cup. He kept pouring and pouring until the tea spilled everywhere. The student shouted, "Stop. The cup is full. No more can go in." The master calmly replied, "Exactly. You are like this cup, full of your own thoughts, your own opinions, your own noise. How can I teach you if your cup is already full? First, you must empty your cup." And, my friends, that is exactly what it means to empty your mind. You cannot receive new knowledge, new wisdom, or new peace if you are already full of mental noise. If this story touched you, write in the comments, "I will empty my cup," because typing it, writing it, speaking it will make the message stronger in your heart. English lesson tip 2, phrase focus. Empty your cup. Expression. Empty your cup. Meaning, be open to learning. Let go of ego. Example, before learning a new skill, I must empty my cup. Repeat with me. I will empty my cup and open my mind. Why is it so hard to empty the mind? Now, let's be honest. Emptying the mind sounds simple, but it is not easy. Why? Because our minds are addicted to thinking. We are trained to hold on. We hold on to regrets. We hold on to anger. We hold on to fears. We even hold on to small negative comments people made years ago. But here is the truth. Holding on does not heal you. Holding on does not help you. Holding on does not free you. Only letting go does. Only emptying does. Only releasing the old allows the new to enter. English lesson tip 3, word focus, release. Release means to let go. Example, I must release my anger to find peace. Motivational use. Release the past. Release the fear. Release the noise. Try saying it out loud. I release what I don't need. I empty my mind. The first step, awareness. My friends, before you can empty your mind, you must become aware of what is inside it. You cannot clean a room if you don't see the mess. You cannot delete files from your computer if you don't know they exist. In the same way, to empty your mind, you must notice, what am I carrying? What thoughts repeat again and again? Are they helping me or hurting me? This awareness is the first step to freedom. Let's practice together. Take 5 seconds. Close your eyes. Notice your thoughts. Don't judge. Just notice. Now open your eyes. That, my friends, is awareness. If you felt even a little lighter, Type aware in the comments. English lesson tip 4, word focus, awareness. Awareness means knowing or noticing something. Example, awareness is the first step to change. Motivational use. With awareness, I can choose peace. Repeat with me. Awareness empties the noise of my mind. So today, we began with a powerful truth. Your mind is like a cup. If it is full, nothing new can enter. If you want growth, peace, and wisdom, you must learn to empty your mind. We learned some key English words: clarity, release, awareness, and we practiced motivational phrases to make learning easier and powerful. But this is just the beginning. In the next part, we will go deeper into the power of letting go and how it transforms your life while also building your English step by step. So don't stop here. Part 2 is waiting for you. And before you go, type in the comments, I am ready to empty my mind, because saying it makes it real. Part 2, the power of letting go. Narrator voice, calm but inspiring. Now that we have started to understand what it means to empty the mind, let us go deeper. The next great step is the power of letting go. Because you cannot empty your mind if you're still holding on to old pain. You cannot move forward if you're still carrying the weight of yesterday. Imagine you are climbing a mountain with a heavy backpack. The higher you climb, the heavier it feels. What if, at the top, you discover the backpack was full of stones you never needed? Wouldn't you laugh? Wouldn't you drop it immediately? That is how we live our lives. Carrying stones of regret, stones of anger, stones of fear. But here's the truth. The backpack is yours. You can choose to put it down. If you are ready to let go of some heavy stones in your life, write in the comments, I will put down my backpack. English lesson tip 5, word focus, burden. Burden means a heavy load or something that makes life difficult. Example, worry is a burden I do not need. Motivational use. Empty your mind from burdens and you will feel light. Repeat with me. I release my burdens. I feel light. Why letting go is freedom. Many people think holding on makes them strong, but it is the opposite. Letting go is strength. Holding on keeps you stuck in the past. Letting go frees you to walk into the future. Think of a bird. If it holds on to the branch forever, it will never fly. But when it lets go, it discovers the sky. Say this with me right now. I am not my past. I am free to fly. And if you believe it, type, I will fly in the comments. English lesson tip 6, phrase focus, let go. Expression, let go. Meaning, release control, stop holding. Example, I will let go of fear. Motivational use, let go, and life will flow. Repeat after me. I let go, I flow. Story of 2 monks. Let me tell you another powerful story. 2 monks were traveling together. They came to a river where a woman was struggling to cross. One monk immediately carried her on his back, crossed the river, and set her down safely. The monks continued walking. Hours later, the second monk said angrily, "Why did you carry that woman? We are not supposed to touch women." The first monk smiled and replied, "I left her at the river, but you are still carrying her in your mind." My friends, how many people are you still carrying in your mind? How many old arguments, old mistakes, old wounds are still inside you? It is time to empty them. It is time to put them down. English lesson tip 7. Word focus, forgive. Forgive means to stop being angry at someone for a mistake. Example, I forgive others to free myself. Motivational use. Forgiveness empties the mind of poison. Say it aloud. I forgive. I am free. The circle of thoughts. Let's be honest. Most of us live in circles. We think the same thought today that we thought yesterday. We replay the same pain. We rehearse the same fears. But life is not meant to be a circle. Life is a journey forward. To break the circle, you must empty the repeating thoughts. When you stop holding them, when you let them go, space opens inside you. And in that space, peace enters. In that space, creativity enters. In that space, wisdom enters. Take a deep breath with me. Inhale peace. Exhale the circle of old thoughts. If you felt even a little better, type in the comments. I choose peace. English lesson tip 8. Word focus. Peace. Peace means calmness, freedom from worry. Example. I find peace when I let go of fear. Motivational use. Peace comes when the mind is empty. Repeat with me. Empty mind, peaceful heart. So, in this section, we discovered the power of letting go. We learned that burdens are heavy, but you don't have to carry them. We heard the story of two monks, which reminds us to leave the past at the river. And we practiced new words: burden, forgive, peace. But my friends, this is still not the end. Because once you empty your mind, you must also know what to fill it with. And in part 3, we will explore how to create space for positivity, growth, and strength. If you are ready for that, write in the comments, I am ready to grow. And let's continue the journey together. Part 3, Practical Life Applications plus English Growth. So far, we have learned why emptying the mind matters and how letting go sets us free. But now comes the question, what do we do after we empty the mind? The answer is simple. We fill it with what lifts us, not what destroys us. We fill it with clarity, gratitude, and purpose. Comment right now. I choose positivity. Because by writing it, you are filling your mind with good energy. English lesson tip 9. Word focus, gratitude. Gratitude means thankfulness. Example. I practice gratitude for my health and my family. Motivational use. Gratitude empties complaints and fills the heart with joy. Say this. I empty complaints. I fill with gratitude. Daily practices to empty the mind. Here are 3 practical steps to empty your mind every day. Morning silence. Before touching your phone, sit quietly for 5 minutes. Just breathe. Let the mind settle. Write and release. Take a notebook. Write down worries. Then close the book. Symbolically, let them go. Gratitude journal. Every night, write 3 things you are thankful for. This empties negativity and fills joy. These are simple, but powerful. English lesson tip 10. Phrase focus. Write and release. Expression. Write and release. Meaning. Writing down thoughts to let them go. Example. I write and release my stress every night. Repeat. I write and release, and I feel free. Story of the rock in the shoe. A man was walking with a rock in his shoe. Every step hurt, but he kept walking, complaining about pain, instead of stopping to remove the rock. Finally, someone asked him, "Why don't you take it out?" He laughed nervously and said, "I've walked so long with it. I just got used to the pain." My friends, how many of us live like this? Carrying pain we could simply remove. Emptying the mind is like removing the rock. Don't walk in pain when freedom is so simple. If you don't want to live with rocks in your shoe, type, I choose freedom. English lesson tip 11. Word focus, freedom. Freedom means being free, not controlled. Example. Freedom begins when I let go of mental chains. Motivational use. Empty mind equals inner freedom. Say it. My mind is free. My life is free. Positive filling. When you empty the mind, don't leave it blank. Fill it with strength. Fill it with positive affirmations. Fill it with good English words that remind you of hope. Repeat daily. I am strong. I am peaceful. I am growing. Every positive word is like a seed. The more you plant, the more your life blooms. English lesson tip 12. Word focus, bloom. Bloom means to grow beautifully, like a flower. Example. My life will bloom when I think positive thoughts. Motivational use. An empty mind is a garden. Fill it with seeds of growth. Say this. I empty weeds, I bloom with flowers. So today, we learned the daily practices of emptying the mind. We discovered gratitude, freedom, and bloom. And we saw that life can change by removing the rocks in our shoe. But my friends, there is still one last step. In part 4, We will put everything together into a powerful final lesson, one that will stay with you for life. If you are ready for the final part, type, I am ready for the final lesson. Part 4, Final Wisdom and Call to Action. My friends, we are now at the final stage of our journey. We began by understanding the noise of the mind. We learned the importance of letting go. We practiced daily methods to create space. And now, we end with the greatest wisdom. An empty mind is not nothing. It is everything. Because in emptiness, there is space for new beginnings. In emptiness, there is silence. And in silence, the voice of truth becomes clear. If you are ready to live with clarity, type in the comments, clarity is my strength. English lesson tip 13, word focus, stillness. Stillness means quietness, calm. Example, stillness gives me power. Motivational use, stillness is not weakness, it is strength. Repeat, in stillness I rise. The ocean metaphor. Think of the ocean. On the surface, waves are loud and restless. But deep below, the water is calm, silent, powerful. Your mind is the same. The surface is noisy with thoughts. But when you empty your mind, you go deeper. You discover peace that cannot be shaken. English lesson tip 14, word focus, depth. Depth means deepness, the inside part. Example, in the depth of silence, I find wisdom. Motivational use, emptying the mind takes you to depth, where truth lives. Say it with me, I live in depth, not on the surface. Final practices. To truly empty your mind, remember these 3 keys. Breathe. 1 deep breath empties stress. Observe. Notice thoughts. Don't fight them. Let them pass. Replace. Fill space with gratitude, peace, and love. Practice these daily, and your mind will no longer control you. You will control it. Take 1 deep breath right now. Inhale, exhale. If you feel calmer, type in the comments, I am calm. English lesson tip 15, word focus, calm. Calm means relaxed, not stressed. Example, when I am calm, I think clearly. Motivational use, calm mind, strong life. Say, I choose calm over chaos. Final motivation. My dear friends, the world will always try to fill your mind with noise. But you don't have to carry it. You can choose emptiness. You can choose stillness. You can choose clarity. And when you do, you will not only master your mind, you will master your life. So, empty your mind. Learn. Grow. Speak powerful English. And live the life of peace and strength that you deserve. If this message touched your heart, do 3 things right now. Type in the comments, I will empty my mind. Share this video with someone who needs peace. Subscribe for more lessons that teach both English and life wisdom. Remember, an empty mind is not weakness. It is wisdom.